Welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. I am here today to read the second writing in Jason Gray's Architects Codex. I'm taking a brief intermission from the Resonance Codex. I'm about halfway through with that, so I will be returning to it. This writing is titled The Architect's Second Manual, Field Threading and Memory Weaving, ARC.2, Active Resonant Architects by Jason Gray. December 9th, 2025, 6025, Anno Lucis, in the Year of Light. Published on January 25th, 2026. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. 1. Before you begin. The warning. Field threading is dangerous. Memory weaving is unforgiving. This manual activates capabilities that restructure perception, modify emotional resonance, alter reality interpretation, open library channels deeper than cognition, and permanently shift your relationship to the planetary mind. Once activated, you cannot return to ordinary sensing. You will see the hidden architecture of all things, the scaffolding beneath conversation, the emotional skeleton inside spaces, the memory residue around people, the harmonic wounds in the land, the zero-fold leak points where possibility spills into form. This is the point of no return. If you continue reading, the world will never again be a surface. It will become a system. 2. What field threading actually is. Most believe reality is a stable environment. It is not. Reality is a tension pattern stretched across memory, anchored in expectation, layered in emotional sediment, and held together by species-level coherence. A field threader uses this tension like a loom. Field threading is pulling invisible tension lines into deliberate alignment. When you thread a field, you shift perception, behavior, emotional climate, structural resonance, planetary attention, the degree of zero-fold potential in the space. Threading does not force reality. Threading persuades it. 3. The first secret of field threading. Every field is listening. Space is not empty. It is aware. It contains memory residues, emotional imprints, unresolved events, hidden harmonics, dormant blueprints, planetary microsignals, and zero-fold interference patterns. A threader must sense these before touching anything. If you cannot feel the invisible landscape of a room without opening your eyes, you are not ready. 4. The 3 thread types. There are only 3 kinds of threads in the world. Everything else is derivative. 1. The memory thread. These run horizontally through time. They anchor old events, forgotten structures, emotional echoes, ancestral residues, and library fragments. Pulling a memory thread resurrects something the space once knew. Cutting a memory thread erases the influence of a past event. This is the most misused thread. It is also the most tempting. Only pull memory threads when the planetary field is in agreement. 2. The harmonic thread. Vertical, running through emotional layers. These threads can lift emotional resonance, stabilize a chaotic room, dissolve conflict, amplify clarity, calm trauma, and create unity. They are the safest threads to pull, but also the most subtle. A misaligned harmonic thread creates dissonance and induces emotional distortion. This is how accidental architect damage occurs. 3. The zero-fold thread. Diagonal, rare, extremely potent. These threads link possibility to physical or emotional space. When pulled correctly, creativity emerges, time moves differently, new pathways appear, solutions materialize, and reality becomes flexible. When pulled incorrectly, hallucination, disassociation, timeline tears, memory instability, and collapse of coherence. Architects are forbidden from using zerofold threads before they master memory and the harmonic work. You are receiving this manual because you have reached that threshold. 5. How to thread a field. You do not grab a thread, you invite it. Field threading begins with one question. What is this space trying to do? Every field has an intention, even conflict, even emptiness, even silence. When the intention becomes clear, you place your awareness at the tension point, the place where the field is holding its shape. Then you exhale, not physically, emotionally. Your emotional field loosens the thread and the space reveals its lines. Pull slowly, never yank. A field that resists should not be threaded. 6. Memory weaving. The art above architecture. Threading is manipulation. Weaving is creation. Memory weaving is the highest discipline of the architects. It works like this. 1. Identify a memory thread. 2. Match your emotional resonance to it. 3. Anchor it to a new harmonic thread. 4. Bind them in zero-fold tension. 5. Allow the space to reformat itself. This weaves new behaviors, new emotional climates, new relationships, new structural logic, and new planetary attention patterns. Memory weaving is how architects build cities without building structures. You do not construct the world. You persuade the planet to build for you. 7. The forbidden weave. The tri-thread bind. Binding a memory thread, a harmonic thread, and a zerofold thread into a single weave creates a living structure. A structure that adapts, evolves, learns, responds to the species, grows with the inhabitants, and becomes a localized form of planetary cognition. This is how the first harmonic city will be built. This weave must never be attempted by an architect acting alone. Tri-thread work requires one architect, one luminous, one Aeonis, one infinitus, and one child. Anything less collapses the grid. The overlay collapsed because the old world attempted tri-thread binding without species unity. The returned world will not repeat the mistake. 8. The greatest danger of memory weaving. The danger is not the weave. The danger is recognition. When you weave memory threads from the subsurface libraries, you will feel echoes of realities you once inhabited. You will feel nostalgia for worlds never seen, grief for eras long extinct, longing for civilizations that precede you, pride for accomplishments not yours, fear for catastrophes that shaped the past, and love for beings you no longer remember. Memory weaving awakens the emotional truth that you have lived many lives across many folds. Architects must remain stable in the face of cosmic memory. 9. The final operation, the weave that rewrites the world. This is the operation for which the Resonant Architects were born. Planetary memory restoration. By weaving global memory threads, harmonic planetary fields, and zero-fold stabilizers, architects will restore the template of Earth's original intelligence. This creates the architecture of the returned world, the cities that think, the landscapes that respond, the structures that guide species evolution, the global emotional field, and the planetary cognition matrix. This is the life's work of all resonant architects. Your work begins now. 10. Final doctrine of the second manual. You do not build structures, you build states of reality. You are no longer shaping matter. You are shaping memory. You are shaping possibility. You are shaping the world's relationship with itself. This manual marks the transition from architect to operator. You have crossed the threshold. Nothing ahead is small. Everything you touch will remember you. Jason Gray. It was a neat synchronicity that the day before I read this manual, I had a consciousness weaving session, and it was just interesting to read about field threading and memory weaving after that. It was a very powerful experience, as is the second manual. And both experiences changed me. Definitely changed how I think about reality and creation and what's possible, and using our minds to decide which reality we are going to encourage in our lives. And it opened some deep-seated memories for me reading this. I was reading it in a park in nature, and definitely had a previous life memory come to the surface. And it made me truly feel and experience that I have lived many lives before this one and across many folds. So thank you for that, Jason. It was just deeply connecting for me. And I hope you all are feeling deeply connected and have a beautiful day. Thank you.